Hello and welcome. Today we build an OTG cable with a few components for an Android phone or Android tablet. You just need the USB connectors. These are micro USB, the USB female connector, and this is another option for female connector. You can use any of these, some wire, cable, and a resistor, 100k resistor. And this is how the micro USB connector looks like for the ones I have. Okay, first step is to prepare the wires, however they are. I'm using the colored ones because it's easier to find if the connections are right. Just prepare the cables, remove the insulation and thin the cables a little bit and cut them to the size of the terminal of the connector. This is how you solder the wires. The red one here is going to be the positive, and that's pin 1, and then 2, 3, 4. 4 is the green one, which is ground, so it's easier for me to see them like this. This is how you make sure the soldering is okay, it's a shiny solder, and you continue. I will have the schematic of the connections, how are made, during the key moments of this video, so you're not confused. At this point I'm checking the connections on the front of the connector and the back terminals just to make sure that I got them right. Positive and negative. Pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This connector here is upside down compared to how it was before. So you see from the right to the left you have the pins 1, 3 and 5. So 1 is the positive, and then 3 is the digital positive, and 5 is ground. Then on the other side you have pins 2 and 4. The pin 2 I'm connecting it right now, which is the signal negative, and pin 4 will be just connected to a simple wire that I will short to ground. So shorting this wire, the pin 4, shorting it to ground, tells the phone or the tablet that this is in OTG mode. There is another mode that I'm going to make another video about. That mode allows you to also charge the device while you have a device or OTG device connected. If you have a small portable hard drive, this cable will not work because a phone or a tablet doesn't have enough power. But if you use the other cable with the charging enabled, you will be able to connect a small external hard drive to your tablet and use it. That's gonna be in a future video, so subscribe to see that also. Now the cable is ready. I'm just checking both sides, and you shouldn't do the mistake I did here. The housing of the USB connector, I should have put that before. Making the solder joints. This is really a beginner mistake. So if you do this, remove it from the female connector. It's easier to resolder them than on the micro USB. So here I'm just checking that these are indeed the right connections, and if you don't want to do this to make sure, and anyway it's better first time to connect this to a device that is not so important. That's just in case if you have the connections wrong. The biggest danger here is the micro USB connector. I've seen there are a few models, so I have this one, but make sure you check the actual connection from pin 1 is going to the right place. Positive side, negative side. Here you have the ground and pin 4, positive here, goes to pin 1, positive here. The way you close the USB connection, it depends on which kind of connector you have. You might even use some connectors from older cables, and that's even easier. You don't have to use the insulated cable for this. I use this just plain wires because the length of the cable is very short and the signal going through USB is digital, so a bit of noise doesn't affect it at all. Closing the female USB connector also, I have this version which is pretty nice. I don't have to use hot glue on it, but if you want to use hot glue on the connections just to keep them more safe, you can do that. After closing the USB connector, I'm just testing it to make sure it works. So I just put it in the tablet, put a USB flash drive on it, and it seems to be working, and it's there, you see it. Alright, now it's time to finalize the cable. I'm just gonna put another heat shrink. I'm gonna put heat shrink 2 pieces on it. Firstly, because I had these extra pieces and I didn't want to cut a bigger one, so heat shrink is pretty simple. Just place it over the connections. One important thing here is not to leave a piece of the wire open, because that would cause stress in the wires and they would break in that point. So if you're gonna put heat shrink like this, put it all the way from one side to the other. It's nice and flexible and it keeps the cables protected, so you don't have any surprises. Subscribe for more interesting videos like this one, and also subscribe for the second version of this cable with the charging enabled, and you can use that one with the hard drive. Tell your friends about our channel and let us know if there is something you want to see in the future videos. Subscribe, like and share, and I will see you next time. Bye.